Lebanon County can be very, very proud of the fact that we have that 1,100 acre park going, and it is really, it's successful and it is well used. One of the things that we have been concerned about for a number of years is that the park is, of course, mountainous. We have approximately 15 miles of trails, but we don't have anything for folks that have a little bit of a problem with walking. Or even, we have a lot of school students, a lot of different educational projects, but for any handicapped or folks that just have a problem getting around, we have nothing to offer them. So we decided that we're going to put in a boardwalk into the environ of the mountain. It's not very far, it's about 500-600 feet at the moment anyhow. And we're going to take it in and we're going to sort of go into the trees and have it cantilevered out over a pretty serious drop in a bouldery area. So that we have a lot of people locally in Cornwall Manor, in Gretna Springs, and places like that, that are right around us and really can't use the park. We have started the project, the very preliminaries. We're going to, we hope, we met with DCNR and we're going to get, we hope, a sizable grant from DCNR for the project. And since it's an ADA project, it's a possibility that the federal government would get into it. And if they do, it's a good chance we could have a 80-20 match situation. If it's DCNR, it would be a 50-50 match. We have started the engineering on it just recently, within the last few weeks. This thing's been in the planning for a while. So once the preliminary engineering is finished and we have the elevations and what have you, one of the requirements of DCNR is for you folks to put your seal of approval on it. And I'll be in to show you that.
Applicant for the funds, it's their parks and recreation money like you apply for rail trails. It's the same similar fund situation.
And like Growing Greener, you know, we did some Growing Greener a number of years ago. Anyhow, that's that. The last thing I want to do here is I want to invite the three of you at some point, and maybe even Jamie, we have room. I talked to our forester, and he has 2 ATVs, and we can get, between the drivers, we can get 4 people on the ATVs. And at some point, if you folks can break loose, perhaps right before a leaf out in spring, I'd love to take you out and show you the park, because I'll tell you what, it's okay.
Chuck, a couple years ago, many years ago perhaps, you hosted us to allow us to have our meeting there. And so my thoughts are maybe it would be a good day to come out and have a meeting and then do a tour.
We have a perfect place for you. Plots a nice, and well, you know, the environmental center, and lots of parking, and we would love to do that. But in addition to that, if we would take you out into the park, it would be,
Wear your pants.
well, it would be probably a half a day.
Okay.
You know, it's 1,100 acres, it's big. So nevertheless, maybe at some point you guys can think about that a little bit, and it would be a neat thing to do.
I think it would be lovely.
Okay?
We developed an area of about 3 acres as a demonstration area of different types of forestry practices. So that's one of the things we'd like to be able to show you. We have fencing there, so we have side-by-side areas that are fenced and not fenced. And we've also done different types of forestry improvements in that 3-acre area. So that would be part of the highlight of the trip. It was also areas we'd like to show you. We should mention also that, as you're aware, the Shock Foundation has withdrawn as a trustee and is closing up. One of their last actions was to give us $75,000 towards the preliminary work and the match for the handicap platform.
Wow.
So we were very pleased to receive that. We just got the check last month for $75,000 from them. So that was significant. What they did, each of their board members was able to nominate a project for $25,000 to close out the foundation. And the two board members that we have, they're on that board, plus their office secretary, all designated their earmark to the park. So we were able to get the 75 for that, and I want to publicly thank them for making that contribution.
That's great.
It had to be a 501c3 for them to do that, and it was wonderful. I mean,
That's awesome.
that's a lot of money for us.
Yeah.